You know how people always say, "There's someone out there who looks just like you?" Well, celebrities are living proof of that because their lookalikes are popping up in the most random places. We have barbers and bus riders doppelgangers who are giving fans double vision. And sometimes, even the stars themselves can't believe their eyes. Ever imagined running into your celebrity twin? Or your celebrity's twin? Stick around, because these stories will blow your mind. The Avengers. There was this poor fan who thought he was hanging out with the Avengers. Turns out, he was chilling with the Spanish knockoff versions. Imagine thinking you're getting a selfie with Thor, only to realize it's Jorge, with a dollar store hammer. The costumes were close enough to trick someone at first glance, but a closer look gave it away. Still, you've got to give props to those impersonators. Jim Carrey. And just when you thought that was wild, some lady popped up claiming she was Jim Carrey's long-lost daughter. Now that's not even the crazy part. She pulled off that iconic Bumblebee tuna bit from Ace Ventura so perfectly that even Jim might have had to squint. It wasn't a half-baked impression either. She nailed the energy, the weirdness, the whole vibe. People started joking that if Jim ever wanted to remake his old movies with a twist, they've already found the star.
Smoke it! Alrighty then. Shikaka! Lookalikes!
My name is Heather Shaw. I'm a comedian, also kind of just known virally now for looking like Jim Carrey.
A lot of people are saying that Jim Carrey is not my father. I am his daughter. If I wasn't his daughter, could I do this? Bumblebee tuna! The who, the her. I miss my dad.
Micah Richards. Speaking of glitches, Micah Richards must have felt like he was looking in a mirror when he bumped into a guy who looked exactly like him. It wasn't just a slight resemblance, it was full-on face copy. Same smile, same energy, even the same laugh. For a second, it looked like the footballer had stepped out of his own body and decided to take selfies with himself. The internet obviously went nuts, and some people were convinced it was a prank until Micah himself confirmed he'd just met his body double in real life.
How does it feel, like, seeing double, though?
Well, I always do. These don't work properly.
You don't need to laugh. You need to laugh.
Ryan Reynolds. Now imagine dressing up as Deadpool, traveling for hours, hoping to meet Ryan Reynolds, and then actually running into someone who looks like him but isn't him. That's exactly what happened to one superfan who committed fully to the outfit, energy, and attitude. He was pumped to meet his hero, only to find out it wasn't the Hollywood A-lister, but a lookalike with serious Reynolds energy. And even though it wasn't the real deal, the moment still ended up being unforgettable.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Scarlett Johansson. In another surprise twist, a Scarlett Johansson lookalike had fans playing Spot the Difference. Seriously, it became a whole challenge. This woman had the Black Widow vibe down to a science, and at a glance, people were fully convinced she was the real Scarlett on a casual stroll. It took zooming in and CSI-style analysis to catch the differences. Slightly different eye shape here, maybe a mole there, but nothing obvious. Even her walk had that signature Johansson sass. It's like she escaped from a movie set and forgot to tell Marvel. Some people swore it was her just messing with the fans.
Я стояла на перемене, и ко мне подбегает моя одноклассница и говорит: Катя, Катя, посмотри, ты очень сильно похожа на Скарлетт Йоханссон в детстве. Меня зовут Шумская Екатерина. До недавнего времени я была менеджером отдела продаж. Сегодня, на данный момент...
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp found himself face-to-face with a lookalike during a fun tourist show. The vibe was electric. Everyone was amazed by how spot-on the double was. Tourists couldn't believe their eyes, some even joking that it was like spotting the real Captain Jack Sparrow in action. The moment was full of laughter and surprise, definitely one those tourists will remember for a long time. It wasn't every day you got to see Johnny Depp and his almost twin sharing the spotlight like that.
Whoa. That's a robot, bro. Everybody drop your weapons and put your hands up! Hands up! Yeah, give me all your cash and that camera.
Logan Paul. Logan Paul, known for his wild antics, got a taste of his own medicine when he met a guy who looked exactly like him. The resemblance was so strong that even Logan had to pause and stare. They had the same build, same messy hair, same smug grin. It got so confusing, people around them genuinely couldn't tell who was who. There was a moment of silence before both of them just started cracking up.
Alright, take it off. Right, look. Holy that was trippy as hell. Logan, which one are you? What's up?
LeBron James. Then there was LeBron James doing his thing on the court while apparently also sitting in the crowd. Fans couldn't believe their eyes when they saw a man who looked like LeBron watching the game from the stands. He had the same beard, the same build, even the same laid-back aura. People started calling it LeBronception, playing the game while watching himself play. Cameras kept cutting to the guy, and the crowd was losing it every time.
A pass by DJ2 to lead it perfectly.
Well, that's only because LeBron outran the defender when the pass.
Jack Nicholson. Then you've got the Jack Nicholson lookalike who had people straight up spooked. It wasn't just the face, it was the squint, the smile, that whole slightly unsettling energy. People said it felt like a ghost walked out of The Shining and into a Starbucks. Folks were stopping him in the street, quoting lines from movies, and the guy leaned into it like a pro. Some fans even joked he should be cast in a Joker reboot because the likeness was too good to ignore. It's one thing to resemble a celeb, but this was pure method acting from the universe.
In the newspaper for who do you look like the Joker? Will you take some pictures of me, please?
Yeah.
So I took some pictures. He won the competition, and then he spent the next 15, 20 years being a Jack Nicholson lookalike.
No.
All over the world. All over the world.
Is that your Jack?
Snoop Dogg. So here's the deal with the Snoop Dogg lookalike. Colombia has officially entered the Doppelganger Hall of Fame, thanks to a guy named Sebastian Moreno. This dude has been turning heads all over TikTok because he looks so much like Snoop it's almost freaky. Like you could literally pass him the mic and no one would question it. One clip even shows a fan getting his car cleaned by this Snoop Dogg lookalike. Adele. Meanwhile, Adele fans went into meltdown mode at a karaoke bar in Manchester when a woman with the same voice, face, and swagger took the mic. The whole room went silent as she belted out ballads like she wrote them herself. The resemblance was so intense that some people recorded full videos thinking Adele had pulled a secret pub stunt. When the truth came out, nobody was even mad. The energy, the look, the pipes, it was too close to call.
Adele, meet your Adele. So good.
Oh my god. It's real.
Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey legit had one of the funniest surprise moments on his show when a guy popped up in the audience looking like his long-lost twin. The resemblance was so wild that Steve literally paused the whole show and brought the guy up on stage. The crowd was loving it, and Steve just kept staring like he was looking in a mirror. It wasn't even just the face, the mustache, the bald head, the whole vibe was matching.
Man, why does dude look like me? I'm sitting over here looking at this, I'm going, wow. I'm looking at this dude, I'm talking about. Take your hat off, sir.
Leonardo DiCaprio. In Tokyo, a quiet man in a bookstore caused a small frenzy by looking like Leonardo DiCaprio from his Titanic era. He wasn't trying to show off, just browsing novels, but his face had people reliving their teenage crushes in real time. A small crowd formed, some trying to get closer for a better look. It felt like a deleted scene from a rom-com, with people pretending to browse nearby shelves while sneaking glances. The guy stayed cool, kept flipping pages, probably wondering why everyone suddenly cared so much about mystery novels. Katy Perry. It was a wild moment when Katy Perry came face to face with her own clone, or at least that's what it felt like. During one of her concerts, she brought a fan named Francesca on stage, and the resemblance, honestly, insane. Same dark hair, same bold eyeliner, same I kissed a girl energy. Even Katy couldn't stop staring. It was like looking in a mirror that talks back. The whole crowd lost it, and for a second, it looked like we might have to rename the show Katy and Katy Live. If you blinked, you'd think she had a twin.
Is that your sister, Katie?
Oh my God!
Hi, sis.
That's my mom.
That's your mom.
Oh, that's your mom?
That's my mom.
Hold on, we gotta get a side by side.
Wait, do a side by side here.
Oh my goodness.
That is scary.
She's the first. She's the prototype.
Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez really pulled off one of the coolest surprises ever when she showed up on stage to meet her own impersonator, a drag queen named Jo Lopez. Jo was in full J-Lo mode. The hair, makeup, outfit, everything on point, probably thinking he was just about to slay the crowd like usual. But then, boom, the real Jennifer walked out and the whole place exploded. Jo was completely shook, and honestly, who wouldn't be? It was like the universe glitched and duplicated J-Lo for a second. They hugged, laughed, and danced it out like long-lost twins at a family reunion.
Jennifer showed up not only to support Jo, but also Abby founder David Cooley and the release of her latest single and music video, Can't Get Enough.
James Harden. James Harden was just doing his thing on the court when he looked into the crowd and basically saw himself. Like, beard and all. It wasn't just a dude with a similar vibe. It was like his twin had snuck into the arena to cheer him on. James literally stopped for a second, stared, and pointed like he couldn't believe his own eyes. The lookalike even had the same expression, like they were synced up or something. The whole crowd went crazy, and you could tell James was both confused and amused. It was like looking in a mirror, but way more fun. Ed Sheeran. A bunch of red-haired lookalikes showed up on The Late Late Show with James Corden in a segment called Who Looks Like Ed Sheeran? It was literally an Ed Sheeran army. Some had the hair, others nailed the outfit, and one even had the guitar down. The real Ed popped out backstage, watching them all like he was judging his own clones. It was weird, hilarious, and very Ed.
Hey. The country's top Ed Sheeran impersonators.
How you guys doing?
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Harry Connick Jr. Harry Connick Jr. didn't just find one lookalike, he found two. Yeah, not one but two almost twins showing up like a mini Connick family reunion. You don't hear much about him, but honestly, 3 Harrys are way better than one. The vibe was so real, it had that identical energy that made everyone stop and stare. Tourists definitely won't forget the day when the real Harry and his doubles were all in one place, causing a scene that felt part magic, part celebrity, meet, and greet. Definitely not your everyday Captain Jack Sparrow kind of moment, but pretty unforgettable all the same. George Clooney. You might think you've seen a George Clooney lookalike before, but this one was something else. On National Lookalike Day, they showed a picture of a man who was apparently meant to be George Clooney. The audience stared in silence, completely baffled. No one could guess who it was supposed to be. When the reveal came, even the host couldn't help but laugh, joking that this must be George Clooney the jockey, not the Hollywood star. The resemblance? Practically non-existent. But that's what made it so hilarious. It was so far off that it circled back to being brilliant.
This is my favourite, okay? We could be here all night, and I guarantee you won't guess who this person is. This is classic. This gentleman is a lookalike for...
Keanu Reeves. Walking down a busy street in Thailand, you might just spot a guy cooking noodles who could easily pass for Keanu Reeves. From his laid-back style to the relaxed way he moves, he totally nails that Keanu vibe. This noodle vendor lives a simple life, blending into the crowd, yet looking like he just stepped out of a movie scene. It's wild how someone so ordinary can remind you so much of a Hollywood star. Abby Herbert. Abby Herbert's day took an unexpected turn when she came face-to-face with someone who looked just like her. Meeting your own doppelganger is a rare kind of magic, and for Abby, it was an unforgettable moment filled with laughs and double takes. Both women shared more than just looks. They swapped stories, compared styles, and even joked about the weirdness of seeing yourself in another person. It was like looking into a mirror, but with a twist. For Abby, this surprising encounter felt like a reminder that sometimes life throws the sweetest, most unexpected surprises your way.
It's your movement.
Matt Damon. At a Disney park, fans got a hilarious surprise when they started lining up to snap photos with someone they thought was Matt Damon. Turns out, it wasn't the real Matt, but this lookalike had the whole vibe down perfectly, from the smile to the casual style. People didn't even notice the difference at first, and honestly, who could blame them? The doppelganger was so convincing that for a moment, it felt like Matt himself was just hanging out, enjoying the magic of the park with everyone else. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more fun celebrity stories, and don't forget to share it with your friends. You never know. Someone you know might have a famous twin out there too.